Hello to anybody who dared to click on this video. My name is Jordan Davis. I'm currently a second year or rising second year uh, PhD student at a major university in the United States. Um, I've been big into Eurovision for the past couple of years, and I feel like I want to be more engaged with it. One day I want to attend, but until the day where the money comes to me to fly to Europe or Israel or the kind of European countries, the Caucasian countries, Azerbaijan, Georgia, Armenia. Until that day, I thought I would start reacting to some of the videos for Eurovision 2019. So I'm going to start with the rehearsals that have been coming out the past few days. I'm going to react to them as they're put out on the Eurovision website. So the first half of the first semifinal in one video, and then the second half, excuse me, of the first semifinal in the second video, and then so on and so forth. You understand what I'm saying? So without further ado, let's get started. We'll see how this goes. If it's not put together well, because I don't know what I'm doing, then please just click away, like it if you enjoy it, or just like give me some kind advice. Okay, but let's start reacting. Okay, we have Cyprus.
For her first rehearsal. Tamta from
Now
Cyprus.
I've grown to like Cyprus. I didn't like it at first. I have to admit, I was one of the people who thought that it was fuego-ish and it bothered me, but I've grown to appreciate it on its own terms. Tamta looks fucking wonderful, so good for her. And I just like it. It's a banger. It's so different than Fuego. I mean, it's the same style, but it's very different. It's very original. I appreciate the walk at the end of this, and I'm just very excited to see what they do with the rest of the staging. If the choreo is as strong as it is in this clip throughout the rest of the video, throughout the rest of the performance, and I think it's going to be really great. So we move on to Lake Malawi, Czech Republic. This is one that I liked from the beginning, and I know a lot of y'all didn't like this. Jordan liked this, and Jordan still likes it, and he likes that ugly yellow sweater. It's not ugly, it's just color blocky, and I'm not a fan of the color block, but you know what I'm saying. It's nice, it's quirky, it's him. So from watching like wee wee blogs and things, I've learned that this staging makes more sense when seen through the camera. So I'm gonna not say anything about the staging itself because I don't know. But it did surprise me how bland it seemed. But again, watching it from this perspective and not the perspective of the camera doesn't give us the full picture, those of us who aren't there. So I'm gonna hold off judgment. I don't know if it is in my personal final, but if not, it's damn close to. I'll say that. So next we have Finland, Darude, and Sebastian Raymond. I think that's his name. It might not be his
Please
name.
welcome for their first rehearsal. Darude featuring Sebastian Raymond from Finland.
No, that's right. That's his name. Okay. And now, is that a jean he's wearing? Or is that boots? I think it looks like a jean. It looks like part of the jeans. I like the dancer. I've liked the dancer. The dancer is good. I like her embodiment of like the earthen vibe with the green dress. And I like how she disappears and appears in the screen like she appeared in that box. I wish the box was here. I liked the box, but the box is not here, and I just have to be okay with that. This song, again, I like the song. I don't know if it's in my final. I don't know if it's in my final because there are other songs that I do know that are in my final that are coming up. So who knows? So next we move on to Poland. Speaking of in my final, Poland. Liked it from the beginning. Loved it from the beginning. These
Please
women
welcome
are
for their first rehearsal,
so talented.
Julia from Poland.
I love the stoicism in the music video, but I really love this staging. They're on this Lazy Susan turntable. Okay, we remove the veils. I like this. I like the faces in the back. It works with this performance. I love the reds and the golds and the color scheme. hmm This is good. This is good. Still, it's in my final. Poland is in my final. I will be very upset if they don't qualify. Poland deserves to qualify this year. They came with a high quality, true to themselves piece, and I really appreciate that from them. Next, we go to Slovenia. But before we do, let's just have a talk. Slovenia. Okay? Now, I've grown to appreciate this song. I have. But I have to take a moment to say that Raven needs to go to Eurovision. Raven was my winner from EMA this year. I loved Raven's song from this year, even though all of y'all say she was just screaming. I don't think she was screaming. I loved her song. I loved her performance. I loved the choreography. I wanted Raven to go this year. I accepted that she didn't go, and I've grown to appreciate this song, even though I don't know if it's in my personal final. But I'm just saying, Slovenia, get it together. Send Raven, please. For my sake, for God's sakes, please just send Raven. She's great. She's amazing. Okay? But now to react to Sebi.
Please welcome for their first rehearsal, Zala Kralj and Jasper Santo from Slovenia.
Okay. So they went with the simple. I like the simplicity of the staging, but I honestly can't remember the EMA performance too much. But what I can remember is it looked a lot like this. Um, I mean, I think it's good for the song. Sometimes the song is better to me than other times. Like right now, it's really not doing much for me. But that being said, I understand why people appreciate the song as much as they do. I just don't necessarily appreciate it as much as others do. But, I mean, the staging looked fine. It looked fine. She was singing well. Um, leave it at that. Now we go on to D-Mol, Montenegro. I think I need not say anything about this. We should let's just get into this. We know what happened to Montenegro this year. Now, don't let me take this away from them. They are good looking individuals. And most of them can sing. Not all of them. There is at least one who I don't think can sing. Now they're standing. Lots of arm movements. The one gentleman is very extra on the right, just very extra, which is usually fine. Like I don't care, but like when you're extra and the song is not good and the performance is not great, it just looks a little foolish. But the outfits I don't like. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Now, I love the studio cut of the revamp. I love the studio cut of the revamp, but I think they fucked this up because that staging was not good. They weren't doing anything. They were not doing anything, and that does not help you in a song that that is like average to begin with, and slightly above average with a revamp. Um, so best luck to them, but again, not in my final. Hungary, we have Yossi Papai. He's back from 2 years ago.
Please welcome for his first rehearsal.
I'm not going to compare this to his other song.
From Hungary.
Mm. Okay. We have a tree, large tree. I appreciate the gold colors. The gold colors really accent the song well. This is a borderline qualifier for me personally. It's nothing on his voice, it's just the song itself isn't necessarily my first choice in song, even though I do listen to it when it comes on. I appreciate the song. Um, I do like what he did with the staging ish. Um, a lot of people are wearing black this year, or in generally darker clothing, which is interesting. Yeah, it's still borderline for me. It's nothing that hits me, but it's nothing that I dislike. I do like it. I just don't love it like I like some other songs. So we move on to Belarus, Xena. I do like this song. I've grown to like this song the more I listen to the song.
Please welcome for her first rehearsal, Zena from Belarus.
Oh, that's a nice outfit she has. Good for her. I like those boots. Those are better than Sebastian's boots. I'm just kidding. Those were boots. Yeah, I like the thing with the choreography on that. I really like the choreography on that. I think that elevates the song because it was an average song. That's good because it really brings in that kind of Britney Spears vibe that the song had in the national final performance and kind of takes it up another notch. So I really do appreciate that. I'm convinced. I think they won me over. I think we'll see. Might be in my final now. And Serbia, lastly, I think. I was never the biggest fan of this song, honestly.
Please welcome for her first rehearsal.
It's not bad.
Nevena
It's a good song.
Bozovic
She has a
from
great
Serbia.
voice, but it's just average to me. I much prefer their entry last year. Love their entry last year. It's just very difficult. She looks great. I like the little swirly thing. But beyond that, it's a pretty stagnant background, it looks like. But again, we haven't seen the rest of the performance, nor have we seen it from the actual camera angles. So I hesitate to say anything too much about that. Well, that was good. That was a good start. I'd say I really, really enjoyed. My top from this set would be Cyprus. Cyprus was very good. The choreography I know is going to be great. Her vocals were a little bit shakier than I'd appreciate, but I'm confident that she will get that together. It was a first rehearsal after all. Poland, absolutely. Poland is doing it right, and I love the traction that they've been building over the past few months with the pre-party performances. I feel like they've gained a following, and they keep building on that momentum. I appreciate that. And then I'd also say Belarus. Belarus really surprised me with their choreography. And I really appreciate that they took that step to elevate it to the next level, because it could have easily been a copy of the national final performance, and it definitely was not. And I appreciate them doing something new, and I appreciate Xena as a performer, and I hope she really just commits and kills it. Because even if she doesn't qualify on the night, I think it could be a great performance, a memorable performance. If I had one that I really didn't like, I really enjoyed them all for what they are. Montenegro was just kind of a shit show, but we knew Montenegro was probably going to be a shit show. Again, nothing against their voices, but, well, something against some of their voices. But generally, we knew it was going to be a shit show. So, I guess that would be my only, loser or bottom, but the rest were average to me. it'll be interesting to see them from the camera angles in the second set of rehearsals. So for now, that is where I will end off. But again, if you like this video, I'm gonna post the rest. Um, hopefully it's a fair quality. I mean, hopefully I'll get a little more free and open. I like to think I have a fun personality. I'm a fun guy. So um, feel free to like if you like. Feel free to comment because I like talking to people about Eurovision. And as most of you probably know in the US, there are not tons of people to talk to about that. I try and force my friends to. They don't like it. I do it anyway. Or sometimes they do like it, but they still don't get it. And I like talking to the people who get it. Um, and so feel free to comment so I can engage in discussion with you guys about these things. Um, and then if you really want to, if you really enjoyed this, like if you thought this was amazing, feel free to subscribe. If you didn't, that's cool too. But come back. I'll get you later. But thank you for watching. Peace.